Are you ready? I need to flip it. Hello!
Hello!
And welcome to our little video of us showing you our board game collection. I'm Nadine.
I'm Mike. And welcome to our fabulous board game collection. You know, in these trying times, people can only watch so much Netflix and or chill. So, and I know most of you are missing actually playing with other people and actually playing board games. I was going to play board games this weekend, but it's canceled. And now I have nobody to play board games with. So, in lieu of that, we are going to present a series of videos about our board game collection. Tell them all about it, Nadine.
So Mike and I have been collecting board games since we got married in 2001. We started with vintage games because we would go to estate sales and we could run into these vintage board games and they were cute and stuff. So we decided to start purchasing them, and then it became a collection rather quickly.
Yeah, the first one we got that was noteworthy was this Wizard of the Oz game in 1939, and we got some interest on eBay about that. But then we just in walking around the neighborhood estate sales, it occurred to us that every one of them had like a grandma's board game closet that had cool stuff like my grandma had in her in her closet. So then that became a collection, and then it became playing, and now it's a whole thing. Tell them about it. That Nadine.
Yeah. So most of our games are vintage games, but the newer games are starting to overtake.
Kickstarter alert from Brady.
Because I have a little bit of a Kickstarter habit, but I really love supporting. I love supporting new game designers, and I really like helping the economy.
And she's a sucker for clever wordplay and titles of Kickstarter games.
I do like word games. So we're going to give you just a short tour of just a little bit of the collection today. We have to do this in chunks because we do have 3,500 plus games. So if you see any game that you want us to pull out, please note that in the comments. Hi, Carrie and Kate. And everyone that's watching. Thanks for everybody for watching.
Hello. So the thing is, this is the first section, and then we're going to do a couple of shelves from the first selection of the collection. So by this rate, we should be done sometime in the 21st century.
Yeah, it might take a while for us to get through it. So again, if you see anything that you want, please post that in the comments, and we will pull it out, and then we will do a video later of those pulled out games. So let's get this show on the road.
Let's get the show on the road. All right, here we go.
Okay, there we go. Now we're switching around. So first of all, we are actually starting in our most of our collection is in the basement. So we've had to use every little available space. So we have this little shelf that I threw some old games on. We have another little shelf that we threw some more card games on.
We have Double Trouble, but we don't have Triple Trouble.
Oh, no.
It'd be fun if we had Triple Trouble.
Double Trouble, no
Double
Triple
Trouble's fine too.
Angry Birds came out with their own version of Trouble, by the way. So anyway, new Parks game. Excellent. Okay. So we're going to just show you, like, now Mike is standing here in the basement, and you'll see that it actually goes on quite a ways, but we are only going to focus on a small section of this today.
Yeah.
So this one is, I'm just going to kind of give you...
The section isn't labeled. But
no, the section isn't labeled, but this is mostly all vintage games.
Yeah. Oh, and classic. We have the classics too. Here.
Classics, and you'll see like, oh, that's a shelf there of just video game or board games based off of video games
from the 80s. Yeah, that's the thing.
And we actually do have a shelf of kitchen appliances, and we have to show our jam collection. You know, anyway. So we got these shelves when we started collecting. These are IKEA shelves.
IKEA, I just bought
and the nice thing is the drawers pull out. The nice thing about that is the drawers pull out, and they work really well for these longer vintage games.
Thank you, IKEA.
So we are going to actually start here. I can see we got this side too. Is
we have some sports. We have some oversized games.
Sports games. I've actually gotten rid of a lot of the sports games. Traveling games.
The Board Games After Dark section, Nadine.
Board Games After Dark.
You can't show some of these titles. It's a family show.
No. These shelves here are
H&R Puffin stuff.
yeah.
I Spy, Mark and Mindy.
Look at that. Okay, so we're gonna focus first of all on this little shelf here. I'm gonna pull back a little bit so you can see. So this is a shelf that I actually found in the alley, and it was somebody's beer can collection shelf.
And we repurposed it.
We repurposed it to be
Card
games. So as you'll see, we'll kind of start Moonshot Euchre, which we got at Shy Tag one year. Love it. It's a great euchre variant.
This is actually a pretty decent card trick game. It looks like it'd be just garbage, but it's pretty solid trick taking game.
And it's got a really nice scoring mechanism.
These tiny little cards.
These tiny little Disney card games.
Highly impractical. You can't really play them, but it's fun to. These are collecting things for collecting. You don't play these things. And we have about 20 versions of Old Maid.
I just kind of want to mention like this Low Man game. So what I love collecting is vintage one-off kind of games that maybe were published. So if you think of self-publishing games today or books today, authors, that's kind of what I like. So that Low Man is one of those games where it's hard to find information on.
So there's like 20 versions of Old Maid, and there's one version of Old Bachelor. Misogyny much?
Yeah, so Hearts, Old Maid, all of those games that you played as a kid. Mike, you got the flashlight? Yeah, okay. And then we have like Space Race. A lot of these are from the 50s, 60s.
Yeah, 50s and 60s. And then we got Touring, which is
yep. We have lots of versions of games like Touring.
Now there's a version of Touring that's like from the 1800s that we have, but not in this section. But we do have a super old version of
Stock
Touring.
Exchange, that's a pretty old little card game. This Make a Millions. Oh, and Somerset. Somerset is a really good game. That's a really good double Somerset.
And this is a really good. This is a good trick taker for 3 people. It's a unique little thing. It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
And there's the game of making whoopee, Nadine.
Ooh, no, just whoopee, not making whoopee. All right, then we're gonna kind of keep moving down here.
Rook. That's
Jungle
a classic.
Brunch, actually a brand new game.
Whoa, that's a classic Rook. Wizard, another good game.
Wizard, yeah, very good game. Wizard, you got to keep the flashlight out, sweetie. And we got Mad Magazine card game.
The Card Slapper
Then
games.
we have our favorite little section of out of the box games, and we are so sad that Out of the Box is no longer as a company, and we love Al Waller and the entire team that was there. Just fabulous stand-up people. So here we've got more. You need to get the flashlight light back further. There we go.
Nadine, this game is a riot of laughter and excitement.
Actually is little mouse game. You know, it's sort of like Spoons.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's your
And
classic Uno, your Pit, your Milborn, which means what, Nadine? Au français. What does Milborn mean, Nadine?
1,000 miles.
Yeah, there you go. King's Corner, classic. Old Maid, Ming, Ruckus, that's a newer one.
All right, so now we're going to go over to another little section here.
Oh, this is a great one right here.
Look at that giant cootie.
Tell them about Giant Cootie, Nadine.
So Giant Cootie was actually, they're
about
actually
the
little
origins.
banks.
No, the bodies in Giant Cootie are piggy banks. It is giant. They're like 6, 7, 8 inches long. But Cootie, what's this company, Nadine?
Shopper, and they're local.
Shopper is local, Minneapolis.
Minnesota had a ton of great game companies in the 60s and
3M
70s,
and
50s, 60s
Schaefer.
and 70s.
Schaefer, this is the biggest.
Lakeside games, Lakeside was great. Okay, so we've got what else is on this shelf here?
Skill Ball, Auto Backgammon. Oh, this is a good. This we found in Iowa at a antique store. It's a Best in Show dog show game. It doesn't really have great dog show art in it, but you know we're a sucker for dog games. Let's be honest.
Here we go. We've got
Wave.
Oh
Tour.
yeah, look at this. It's a Wave Tour.
Wave Tour.
Surfing
Rebound.
game.
This is a game where you buy with a shuffleboard thing with rubber bands. I played this a ton when I was a kid with my uncle. This game I like because of the title. Focus on the title here.
I can.
It's hilarious.
Popping balls.
Nadine, it's balls are popping.
Oh, balls are popping. Sorry.
Let's build a house. Challenge perfection. This game is great. It actually we play this. Still play this to this day where it's just a board game, but you see the Titanic boat in there? It actually pivots while you're playing the game, and it turns completely upside down. And once it's upside down, you have to get off the rescue boats into safety, and then you win. This is an awesome game. This is a theme you don't see very much in board games. It's Australian wool collecting game. So, that's a theme that a lot of people...
I don't think you actually collect wool. I don't think you produce wool. You produce wool.
Well, whatever. It's
wool
wool in Australia. Come on, man.
You're wool farmers. You're wool farmers.
Wool farmers. Yeah. There's these games that are unfortunate. Please don't be doing this board. Well, we're ones to talk, but we have a couple of these where they think they're being clever by putting them in a triangle box. The worst. Can't store them.
No.
Big problems. Oh, careful. This is a fun game because this is a noteworthy game. This is the loudest board game in the history of board games. This thing stands about 4 feet high, and it's like Jenga. It's like a Jenga thing, and it falls over, and it's designed to make as much noise as possible. Oh, so much fun. See what I did there, Nadine? Fun. See what I did there, Nadine? I said fun. We got your what's this called again? The Skittle game where you spin a top and you knock over pendulums. You got your electronic football. You got this is like a pinball with which you're playing.
That's a newer game, yeah.
Where you're playing baseball. You got chicken croquet where you do the limbo under a chicken. It's a big plastic chicken.
It's pretty fun.
And this game I like because it's groovy, baby. Swing, yeah, baby, yeah, baby. It's not really hot, but it is from the '60s, obviously. Look at that kid. He's swinging. That's a swinger, Nadine. That's a swinger. All right, and the last
Carrie wants to know if that game is louder than Lucky Ducks.
No, it is. It's designed. It's got like thin clackers in there that are designed to only make noise. Oh my God, it's annoying. But it's not auto. Doesn't require batteries. And the last one we're going to talk about for this first series of many games, because we're going to be here a while, is Ribbit. Why are we going to talk about Ribbit, Nadine? Because
it's a new stimulating game.
It's like a checkers variant with frogs. But Nadine is fascinated because the frogs in this game are super creepy.
Look at those creepy evil frogs.
It's just checkers with frogs. But
easiest checkers, challenging as chess.
They made the frogs super creepy for reasons I don't understand. Well, it's like from the mid '60s, early '70s, kind of a mess. But that's the one we're going to end on, is creepy frogs checkers games. But again, the name of the game is Balls of Poppin', Nadine.
Okay, so that's kind of let me flip it back over here. That's just a little short video of some of the games. I'll do a little brief, again, tour of some of these. We'll do into more detail later.
And then any questions you have, we'll make videos on that, or whatever you want to look at. That's fine.
Yeah. So again, just a few shelves out of the many that we have.
We're gonna be here a while.
Yeah. So thank you all for showing in. I will be putting up more information about when the upcoming broadcasts are, and I'll start scheduling those, as well as creating a folder that will have all of the videos that you can link to at a later date.
You got a Google Doc of our entire collection too.
I actually have on Board Game Geek. You can look up Dino Snert, DINOSNERT, and you will see the entire list that we have. That's 95% of all the games. There are some games that I haven't posted yet because they're not actually in the Geek yet. So thank you very much.
All right. Remember, keep posted. We're going to watch more of these. They're going to get better and more fun. We're going to cover the Board Games After Dark section next. And remember, this is a good segue from that. Wash your hands and stay indoors.
And don't cough in your elbow. Oh, no, cough in your... see, you got me all mixed confused.
Don't cough in other people's elbows.
Don't cough in other people's elbows. All right. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.